Yes, thank you very much, Alex. It's fitting that we're here in another final in Kiev. The last one we did here was excellent. G2 versus NIP.
Yep.
Overpass was a classic. This map pool is a bit interesting. Rematch of Katowice, not a best of 5, but Mirage comes in. Nuke stays. Now, Nuke was very close for FaZe, so this is a bit interesting.
The fact it's not best of 5 actually favors towards FaZe, I think, in that respect. I spoke to Carrigan before this. He's saying we feel more confident in the fact we were playing in Katowice in a best of 5 format. They felt like they're playing against the world's #1 team with 3 days practice, best of 5. They didn't think they ever had a chance to win that one. They gave us a good showing, but best of 3 going to this, obviously maps they favor, and they've had a bit more time to practice going into this one. Cash is missing there. That's the map they took off Astralis last time. Going into Mirage, I have to agree with the analysts, it's so difficult to predict where this one goes. Both teams played today and looked very good. To be fair, FaZe plays against Hellraisers, and I think they're obviously going to be a lesser team than Na'Vi overall, but Astralis looked great against Na'Vi, but that was a Na'Vi that kind of was early on in the tournament, didn't look... Oh, no.
Isn't that a classic, like what Fnatic used to do in their run of success? They'd have a terrible group, well, not terrible, but a struggle in the group stages and then just wreck everyone in the playoffs.
Na'Vi looked so sick yesterday, right? And then today, wasn't the same team. It was a bit of a disparity. Astralis looked pretty poor yesterday against CLG, right? Wasn't the Astralis we're used to seeing. And then they come out lights out today. So it's so difficult to really predict this one. But I think Astralis have got the edge. I have predicted FaZe 2-0 overall, but obviously I didn't see the maps before we did that.
You know what, though? It could happen. That's the thing. Mirage coming in. Astralis haven't played it as much as of late, and we know FaZe do like it. They can go to it. Nico especially, very good on it. Alu, another map that he's quite a specialist on. So there's a chance they get this. And remember, Nuke was very close in that best of 5. Astralis pulled that back at the very end, and then, of course, ran away with the series. Given the maps, they brought in Inferno a little bit earlier. It favored them. Again, like you said, the lack of practice. But FaZe definitely have a chance in this. It's interesting. I think that their map pools actually line up quite well. I give Astralis the edge in just about all of them, but not by any huge margin.
Exactly. That's what makes it such a great grand final. In terms of firepower, they're pretty equally matched, right? We've got tons of superstar players on the server right now, arguably some of the world's best. Device for Astralis and Nico for FaZe as well. It depends who really kick off here. Device, he was playing absolutely amazing earlier today, but if Nico arrives on this particular map, we could go into Inferno. I really hope it does. Carrigan told me as well at lunch earlier, he goes, if it gets to Inferno, we've got some secret tricks coming out that no one's seen before. So look out for that. So hopefully we do get to see that and see some fireworks go off on that third map.
First time you and I, by the way, have seen Mirage all weekend. We saw a ton of Inferno.
Yeah.
This is the only map we haven't
seen. 4
seen.
sets of Inferno in one day.
Yeah, plus I think 2 the next.
Yeah. It's great. It's been a new map's being played. Remember when Nuke first came out? We barely ever got to see it, right? It was like a month after it came out before we actually got to cast it.
Well, to be fair, I mean, Nuke was one of the ones that wasn't played much to begin with.
Yeah.
So to come back in, you wouldn't expect people to jump all over it, whereas Inferno was played quite a bit when it left.
Well, here we go. It looks like we're ready to get into the pistol round. It's the best of 3, the grand final here at Starladder. FaZe versus Astralis. FaZe will be kicking things off on the T side. They only have 1 smoke. Normally, it's going to be at least 2 going up against it. And here comes the countdown. Oh, this could be a good grand final match. So much firepower available for both sides. Look at Astralis' buy as well. 4 sets of armor. Glaive, he's got the smoke and defuse kit. Here we go.
And start it immediately. Kerrigan in toward the palace, but the rest of his team go over toward B, bomb included, and Kiyoshima wants to be the one to go the deepest in toward the B apartments.
This is so standard now. This is the system Carrigan's bringing into this team. He wants to sell fakes and show presence towards sites by himself. He's happy to die, happy to be the sacrifice and actually stop rotations going over to a particular bomb site. This instance, he'll be it towards A. He'll throw a smoke, presumably towards CT spawn, flash over. His objective is to get 1 kill at this point. You can see his teammates ready with the bomb in B apartments, but Zipex, he's baiting a Dupree. Look at this setup right now. They kind of anticipate this might be coming in, and they'll probably stay true to that setup for a while. Going back towards underpass set. We're waiting for something there. I thought they were going to explode. It looks like they're going back towards underpass. And we have been joined by Nico towards the around. So this is going to change it to a split at this stage. And Sun Device is going to be watching towards that connector.
Sun Device.
Sun Device.
It's super Kyo to start it off, though. Rain to follow it up as KRB goes down. FaZe bust in toward the A site. No smoke down toward Glaive. He's going to take the battle instead, but he's limited. Damaged onto 13. They know where he is. He's the kit as well. So they have to have a secondary rotation through CT if they want to grab that kit. As such, Zipex is going that direction. But a 2 versus 5 bomb planted. Not likely they can do anything. In fact, completely obliterated. All 5 stay alive. Great start for FaZe.
Lovely play there from FaZe. Rain. Another superstar for the team, finding 3 frags in total. Astralis didn't have a reply for that whatsoever. They were ready for that B play if it came in. Wasn't the case. Back towards underpass we went. The A-split comes in. Smoke towards the steps area as well. That's kind of interesting considering they were pushing up from connector. Once they push for that smoke with the flashbangs from Carrigan as well, they're trying to overwhelm the bomb site, and boy, did they ever do a good job of that. And then that smoke protects them from short as well, from any rotating CTs from that short area. So very well done from FaZe. We go into the second round. Device. He's force-bought with his team, so they're feeling confident they can pick up this round. And to be fair, the Danes are amazing with the Deagles. Got a few 5-7s in there as well. Smoke for Glaive. And in terms of a stack, Not really much to report. Quite a default setup here from Astralis. And we have got the ace setup coming into play from FaZe here. You can see them lining up the smokes right now towards jungle and then the steps as well. Molotovs going to be thrown and deployed, and we'll see whether they actually commit to this. All 5 players to this side of the map, so it would make a lot of sense. Can Kiabi and co get anything done here?
Glaive up close with the B250. Dead shots can't really bail out there, especially if it's going to face off, because into a shadow, they'll be spotted immediately.
This is more of a contact play now. They're trying to bait out any nades that CT's had, trying to provoke a reaction, but CT's still in their positions. Same setup they always had.
Zipix is the only nade left, though, over toward B. Good shot from Rain. He's definitely a key to this. If Nico's going to be playing the way he has all tournament, we've said it all along, he can't carry alone. Good shot from Device. That'll take the bomb down for a moment. But it's Rain that's got to complement Nico in this entire match, in this entire series. Device limited to 14, can't battle onward. They'll take the bomb to a safer spot instead, just to eradicate the risk of the fact he does have a deagle, and they'll find Zipix rotating in. Should be a pretty straightforward round 2 for FaZe.
This is so important for FaZe. You remember that game against G2, Matt? They lost against the Pistols, what, 5 or 6 times across the map? It was actually insane to watch that one. And now they're actually managing to step up here. Another clean sweep for FaZe, only losing 1 player there. It was an interesting approach, I have to say. The fact that they dumped all the utility towards the A side, went for that full execution, waiting for any sort of reaction, see if they could provoke any sort of rotations. It kind of makes sense. If you've got players holding towards middle as well, you see that kind of smoke play and Molotovs being chucked towards the A side. You're going to be pushing off towards short, pushing underpass, and trying to get there as quickly as possible. FaZe didn't get in for it, went back to the contact play after they used all the grenades at that point. Rain, he's doing great so far, hits that opening shot. He goes down in the end, and so does Karrigan, but to be fair, it's an overall clean round. It's going to be Astralis finding 2 kills and saving the UMP into round number 3 here. That's in the hands of Dupree. He's got head armor as well. Device saved his Desert Eagle, and he's also got armor, but it's not really enough to really do much with. To be fair, like we said, FaZe have been struggling in these anti-eco scenarios, but so far so good. They've been doing nice. Oh, this is a nice feature. Look at this map there. Nice.
I do like it.
That is cool. Bit of augmented reality there.
It's true.
That's
true. My entire life is augmented reality.
Yeah, that's true. But it's all simulation anyway. So.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
I'm living in a simulation in the simulation. Is that Inception?
Yeah, that's dreams, really. But yeah, it all counts. It's all kind of the same thing.
Well, it's Kiyoshima that wants to try and use the AK to open up onto the B site. Dupree with the UMP. Carrying that over, him and Device saving the armor. We'll try and do what they can. At the very least, try and hurt the economy. Glaive going down early though to Rain on the the Mac 10. That's Kiyoshima, clear the van. 1 Molotov deep, 1 on top of the balcony. Zipix tries to get a headshot, does as well, and Device, I thought that was the same shot. It's actually Kirby that shows up, but Device has the headshot with the deagle. This brings Dupree back into it now that he has the armor and the UMP in the 2 versus 2. Bomb will go down on B. Kirby's going to try and flank out, picked up a Mac 10. No armor for him, but Nico gets Dupree immediately. That should save the round. Again, economic damage done. Kirby can still surprise in the fact that Nico's just planted. May not expect him to walk out from here, but he's got to hit decent shots. Some dinks in there, considering no armor for him. It's a Mac 10 going against armor. Penetration's not amazing. Yeah,
this is good news though for FaZe. It's a relatively good plan. That smoke makes things a bit interesting here. He hasn't got the kit though, so he has a very small chance to do anything with this. He might get 1 kill, I suppose, but at this stage, after the force buy in the second round, saving that AK-47 will be very beneficial for the overall money of Astralis there. So you're right, FaZe do. It's an expensive round for them, all things considered. Only a UMP and a deagle brought into this round from Astralis, but they'll be happy just to get the 3-0 Matt. That's the headline here, really. They have been struggling against these pistols, so this is absolutely fine. Ali with 2 kills, recovers the round. Nico as well, finding a kill towards short, which pretty much sealed the deal. Galbi, like I said, saving the AK-47, but FaZe will be happy with that. 3-0 to kick things off here in the grand final.
And the smoke and the bomb to try and bait one of them out
to
check
just in
it
case,
as well.
But until he taps it, it's not going to do much.
Exactly. If someone got careless to check it, he could have picked up another kill, I guess, is all he was hoping for.
Wow, the orb comes in. Device, like we said, 4 sport on the second round. He did get head armor, so that means he can get the glass cannon out. That's going to be an AWP and 1 smoke grenade up against the AWP of Alu as well, who's, to be fair, has been in incredible form right now. He's one of my favorite AWPers to watch, actually. Very impactful and very flashy at times as well. We'll see what he brings to the party here in round number 4. In terms of overall aggression from the CTs, not much to report, but an early smoke towards connector from their FaZe suggests he'll go for a fast A split at this point. Go for that connector control. Rain is waiting for the flames to go down, and he might be found by Dupree here. They haven't got short covered.
Push back up though, Rain. Dupree, despite taking the damage early, sprays him down, and now Astralis rolling with the weapons, leave just Alu remaining. Getting back in position with the AWPs, open, susceptible, vulnerable. and taken down when they do peek back out from jungle because he's not focusing on that direction. Glaive will grab an AK-47, and it's 3-1.
That's quite common for the first gun round, especially in sort of grand finals as well. You want to dictate the pace of the T side. You know the force buy came in the second round. They're going to be weak. They might not necessarily have that AWP or incendiary, so you're trying to present a nice fast tactic, get through smokes, and fortunately for FaZe, they didn't really cover toward that short position. You see that was a bit of an oversight from them. Didn't even smoke it, and they got caught by dupreeh. A bit chaotic there towards the A side. They still have a full buy here going forward, so this will decide who goes eco first. Astralis certainly looking on the barrel of being reset as well, but aggressive play from middle. It's going to be Kiabi. Oh, Alu, though, he's ready for it. Takes the headshot. 5-on-4 very quickly into the round.
Great start.
Yeah, that's not bad.
They know the situation. This is where I said Alu's quite good on this map. He's very good in middle as well with an AWPT side. Not something everyone still has on their side with the amount of smokes that go down there now. Speaking of smokes, Device nearly hits the shot, and the only opportunity he had with the amount that are now out inside of middle, including that of Connector, so he'll rotate back around, then in fact going to go all the way to B. Xyp9x will take short, he'll take back side of the apartments. It gets Xyp9x back into contention a lot sooner and gives them a bit of strength to try and hold off what could be a connection take. That's a great shot from Rain because that opens back up exactly what I just said. Forget it all.
Yeah, well, Astralis had to work there. There's going to be B-side commitment now up to Device. He's got the AWP, hit the first shot, surely can't get two. That's going to be the round done. Just dupreeh now, no kit, and flashbangs. Opening picks coming in there from Alu. Bit of a fumble on the plan, but karrigan just wanted to make sure he was safe and his teammates are set up.
Yeah, well, he saw the teammate come around.
Yeah,
I think he thought it was the CT.
Well, yeah, that's a nice round there from FaZe. You can see what Astralis are trying to do. This grand final is going to be aggressive play and trying to surprise your opponents, and Kiabi tries to do that, but you can see the awareness coming from Alu. Didn't go for the initial mid-pick there, waits for that to come in, and Kiabi goes down. This is a very reactive map. It's similar to Cash in that respect. As soon as you lose that advantage, especially on the CT side, it goes down to the 5-on-4. Someone has to work hard. They have to find some information, try and work a pick coming in. It was towards short, and they try to make it happen, but Rain, like we said, great form right now. Quiet to kick off this tournament, but he really has worked himself into it. 2 kills into this round, and dupreeh can't get anything done. He's just cowering towards CT spawn and hoping no one hunts him down. So in terms of the investment next round, it is a reset for Astralis. With dupreeh saving that weapon, he has 4,200 residual cash here, so he can drop over an M4. They do enjoy the force buys. We'll see whether they decide to do it. The rest of his teammates on about circa 3K. We'll see whether they decide to force buy into this one. It doesn't look like they will. I think they want to make sure they don't throw the economy in the bin too early on in this one. But 4-1 for FaZe. And double orb set up on the T side now. karrigan. This used to be his old stomping ground, especially in Astralis as well. Mirage, the secondary AWPer. We'll see whether he can step up here.
Xyp9x and dupreeh back over toward B. dupreeh with the M4 has to try and open things up immediately. Xyp9x does get some information, but flashed off, nearly gets hit by karrigan. Dinked up, though, through the wall. karrigan's got to run back.
A lot of damage inflicted there. 96, and karrigan runs away with his tail between his legs. Luckily, he's got the AWPs. He can hold angles, and pistols have proven to be a problem for FaZe here. They take the initial headshot, but then lose the frag. So Kiyoshima looking to rectify things as he walks towards B, trying to find that shot. He knows there's only a P250 there, so he's confident to take that duel. dupreeh now with the only real weapon here for Astralis. Goes up towards the window and might decide to pick towards middle itself, but I think it'll just be more focused on the short position at this stage. Starting to try and open up toward bench again after he had to swap out, obviously, as we saw with that AWP. karrigan can't afford to stay there. Decent lineup. I like that. Yeah, that's going straight in past the site onto the position at bench. Yeah, that tight corner, I think. Yeah, so anyone that's trying to wait for the drop down out of windows. Don't jump against Xyp9x. Don't need to... Sure Keo did see it or not, but it's definitely a risk. Either way, wrap around onto short. That's where dupreeh is with the M4. Gets one, and Device was able to get one with the Deagle before that, so it actually works out well to give the advantage to Astralis. Remember, the HP becomes a massive factor. If Xyp9x finds another headshot, or that, the bomb, karrigan running in with an AWP, this could be a huge problem for them. Because bomb goes down and it gets flung over the corner. That means it's covered off toward the van, and they have to grab it back. Alu to charge off against Xyp9x. He gets taken down. Device wins the round for them. Bit of a blunder there from FaZe, and this is reminiscent of what we saw in the early stages of this tournament. It was Xyp9x to kick things off towards the B apartments. That dink, it seemed to rattle FaZe slightly there at that point. They tried to readjust. Kiyoshima trying to just find the pick and return. He couldn't get it. Great play from Xyp9x. It's denying them absolutely everything. And have to be fair, karrigan didn't have to die in that scenario. He's got the bomb as well, the AWP, 4 points of health. Kiyoshima, his objective was to take down Xyp9x there, and karrigan just waits. That round's probably won at that point. They actually have positional control, and Xyp9x wouldn't have got so many kills there, but he stays alive for so long. And it's answered back by Astralis there. Dupree doing some good work towards short as well. He found 2 frags with the M4A4. A force fight from FaZe in return though. 3 AKs, 2 pistols. Karrigan and Kiyoshima down to those. A split by the looks of things. 3 players in underpass, but heavy presence towards connector here from Astralis. Kirby watching it like a hawk.
Rain will go. They've given up a lot of room. Kirby's got to be careful. Nate still drawn, running gun. Tech 9 works, and Rain's able to trade, but Dupree steps up. Nate goes through and he sprays down Kiyoshima. Device controls it all by getting Nico. Alu the last. And the money gone finally for FaZe. So Astralis should be able to build on this, potentially tie the game if Alu doesn't pull something out of a sleeve. Corner. And Dupree watching it.
Yeah, well, Dupree's come here to play, and he stepped up once again with a final kill. 3 in total from short there. Once again, an oversight towards that position. Dupree just mowing them down. Are they not considering smoking that or even throwing a Molotov so he doesn't have that sort of positional control? That's kind of insane. He's done that twice now. It was a fast play against from FaZe, and it seems like that set piece they've got, they're focusing towards the underpass, having 2 players towards every side of the map as well, and Dupree's loving it. He just peaks at the right time. As soon as his teammates take the aggro away, Kiabi goes down, but Glaive finds 1 frag. Dupree takes that opportunity to push off towards that ladder room, finds 2, and that's it. It's going to be a full eco here for FaZe, a chance for Astralis to tie things up, and it's almost certainly going to happen. No upgraded pistols at all, 5 Glocks. Towards the Palace, just going to try and rush out, and they haven't got anyone watching them for now, so they might get away with this, at least get a trade. Glaive finds 1, and he's just finding some comfort in the smoke there as Device does some work.
Spray back down. Good control from Kirby over top of the box. Glaive is Kiyoshima trying to jump at him.
Wow, Matthew, the bomb goes down. All things considered, 1 flash and 5 Glocks, no armor. That's not a bad outcome. They actually get decent money going to the next round. Their loss bonus is going to be a 2nd stage at this point. So, or make it 3rd, in fact, including that defuse. So they'll have decent money going to this one. That's $2,400 on top of that, 800 per player. So they can get the AWP out. Karrigan buys it first. Presumably he'll drop that towards Alu. And Dupree, he's having a great performance so far. He's got 7 kills, 3 deaths. Rain, not too bad either.
Yeah, I was going to say, Rain leads the way, which we mentioned. He has to step up. Nico's not yet had a chance to really go off yet. He's still sitting at 2 early yet.
Yeah.
And some situational rounds, given that we haven't had full gun combat, if you will. They've got it now, though.
Indeed.
Single op either side. UMP for Glaive. Let's see how he elects to utilize that. Certainly has the money, but trying to carry it over and build up the bank.
Yeah, close A round, perfect position for it. He'll actually be on the A side, relatively alone. Dupree's pushing forward short again. He gets punished by Rain. He's waiting for it. Here's the jump. Takes him down. He wanted to boost up on that fence position, but Rain's just waiting for it. And Kiabi does return with the AK-47, but can't get anything done there with the HG.
You can get there silently as well on that jump, and he failed it.
Yeah,
and that's
true.
what made Rain look up. Whether or not Rain would have looked up otherwise, hard to say. And whether or not Dupree would have looked down in time, unknown forever, but it certainly gives him away. So Rain starts to take over mid as a result. Device has a chance, has a position, but timing to try and spot back in toward connector.
Well, they have the 5 and 4, and as we said before, it's going to be a reaction coming in, and Kiabi steps up, finds Rain there to equalize the situation. We're going towards A, though, and Glaive, only with that UMP, can he find anything here?
Oh, reverse fire, but Karrigan was looking for him. Could have worked out, but Kiabi rotating out of connector early will bring Device to watch the cross with the AWP, and it's Zipix that has to go in through CT. So those entrances, enough to get the bomb down. Flash goes in, and Karrigan has to hold station. Doesn't need to move. He's information gathering at this point in time as well. It's a vulnerable position as soon as he's found out, but he can call for anyone, including Alu, to pick the direction by which he sees the CT. Zipix goes over. He'll be the first to be spotted. Kirby's still looking in behind this smoke. Karrigan goes down. Alu knows when to peek. But he has to watch this position from Kirby. Tap the bomb. Kirby holds it off. That could be enough as he goes for another. Kiyoshima's going to get it back, though. And they get the defuse in the smoke. Huge first kill from Kirby because Alu can't get the op in position.
Yeah, nothing he could really do there. They went for the setup of Karrigan into that sandwich position, covered by Alu with the AWP towards round. But the flashbangs are so effective, they actually couldn't do anything about that. The smoke on the bomb caused pandemonium on the bomb side there. And Nika, the last player remaining, normally so good in these clutch positions, couldn't step up. That was a 4-on-3 retake as well. The problem for FaZe in that scenario, yes, they got the man advantage, but they had no nades to work with there. Absolutely nothing. Good crossfires, but a very efficient retake. And Kiabi hitting some wondrous shots there as we go into 5 plays 4. Money down. FaZe still can get a buy here. I think they might just consider putting Alu onto the AK-47. I've looked at his cash now. Yeah, $4,100. Huge round for Astralis to pick up there. 4 in a row for them. And it's all stemmed from that eco victory as well, with just 1 M4 brought into the round. Round number 10. No pause as of yet. Alu will indeed be down to the AK. That's a big position for them. Dupree getting taken out early on. He's been the danger man so far for Astralis. Rain finds him. And then they have the man advantage when the bomb goes down. Couldn't hold it off. Orb still in the hands of Device. They can go to the double orb setup now, you know. Like Dupree's been using it in these big games at his tournament. I haven't seen him much on Mirage. We'll see whether that comes into play from them. I don't think it has to at this point. Device watching towards middle. It looks like the mid take will be coming in. Rain will be deploying the flashbangs, making his way towards the mid boxes. Device not fully committing just yet, but Radar's off the shot just to show some presence and actually rotate at this point. Another A split potentially here, Matt. You can see them setting up 2 on the ramp and 2 towards middle, 1 in Palace as well.
Glaves up closer this time on the balcony. Gets below it to peek off toward A main instead. He'll play off Device, who will watch his Palace as he gets closer. Nico inside of the smoke, watching wide side. Device switches over as well to give up Palace to watch into connector. Dupree's got the first shot there from Catwalk.
Sure.
Yep,
How
they
many
need
times?
to smoke that off. That's a huge issue for them. Glaves in the corner, they're not going to look. Nico, though, does get the better reactions as he crouches underneath. Kiyoshima gets Device. So the 2 players in A go down. Kierby backing off at window will give up the site for the moment, but Dupree rotates all the way around after getting the first kill, knowing that it's going to be A. Simply based on the pressure they put on a connector, and gets the kill. So it brings the retake back into a reality. Alu stays under in shadow. Get caught off from CT, but Carrick in good positioning will get Kirby immediately when he enters toward the site. Xyp9x to follow it up. Could catch off Carrigan in return. This time he makes up for going down early last. And Dupree will sit back to hold the AWP. 48 HP. He's not entirely safe towards CT.
Yeah, trying to save his orb, but that's a nice shot there. And Carrigan takes a bullet in return. He goes to 14 HP. Alu and Nico. Now, their money's not in a fantastic position, but Astralis certainly can buy into the next round after winning 4 rounds in a row, pretty convincingly as well, to be fair. So they've got, even before the money comes into the next round, they've got 6 scale on each player, now 7. 5-5, FaZe 4-1 back. They really need to watch his short position, though. Rain consistently getting taken down. The one smoke will eradicate that risk, and they'll be absolutely fine. Dupree's having a lot of fun there, but Carrigan gets towards jungle, stops rotating frags, and they had no awareness. He's actually in that position, so good job from him. 5 plays 5 now. We're going to round number 11. Good spawn for Device. He could go towards Palace. He doesn't usually go in that position, but certainly an option. Might just favor towards Connector. Let's see if he wants to mix things up. Certainly capable of doing so. And he will indeed just go towards the Connector position. This looks like a different round, though, from FaZe coming in. No presence towards A whatsoever at the start of the round. 3 players towards the B apartments, and Device watching middle once again through that smoke.
Flash up for Kerrigan, high in the sky beyond the smoke. Trying to catch anyone in window looking through. Good view of our apartment dwellers over at B. Smoke down, so Xyp9x will try and spray into it. No one quite that far inside of the apartments just yet, so damage won't apply yet.
Well, everything calms down slightly here. We have still got 3 players towards the B apartments, 2 at top and middle. Could be the B split, focusing towards shore. You want to be smoking Connector. Smoking, here comes the smokes now, and then trying to stop the rotation, make it look like it's your normal round, your A split coming in here. But it's all a bit of a ruse. They've got a couple of flashbangs to beat. Only Xyp9x there for now, to be fair. So if they execute at this point after showing presence at A, this could be perfect. Rain trying to find that first frag. Need to be careful from shore, but let's see if Dupree finds the timing once again.
Good pickup. Carby inside of the smoke. Rain will go down. Xyp9x does get enough, to hold it off to just 2 players. They'll get a bomb plant out of this. However, rotations will come in. We say it's enough. If Kiyoshima could find the kill before they establish themselves inside of checkers or before they can get information from the window. Hold them off on this. Dupree, though, is slipping in behind, and I don't think Alu's going to be 100% ready for this just yet. Kyo thinks about getting aggressive, but has to consider watching short, give Alu some support. Can't bail him out if he's gone too far away and gone altogether. They'll walk in. Alu gets 1, information relayed. Does manage to pick up a second, but Dupree immediately on the case. Yeah,
it's a decent attempt there from FaZe. You can see exactly what they're trying to do. They've presented a lot of A splits so far. They've deployed exactly the same smokes they've been doing all game. That one towards Connector, flashing towards the A side as well, and Rain and Carrigan. It's normally Carrigan by himself trying to do those sort of plays, but Rain, obviously, he's the Connector player. They're joining together. They push through, one focusing on jungle, one on the steps as well. Glaive finds that first frag, and the guys They have to find one kill at least at A to make this a realistic round. And to be fair, FaZe still only had to go up against Zipex, who's known to playing B by himself. He's the anchor player there. As long as he gets one in that scenario, that's what your anchor player's job really. He's normally going to be up against 1 or 3 if it does come into the full B commitment. He gets one. They've already got the advantage. That was enough. The retakes a 4-on-2 situation. They step up. FaZe down to another eco here. No flashes to work with. A couple of deagles. That's about it. 3 Glocks. And we have got one player in the Palace this time. Who is it? We'll have a look. It's Device. So like I said, he can mix it up and go in that position every now and then. Try and find the first frag. They won't be expecting him that. But it's Alu with the Desert Eagle now, trying to work a pick on Zipex. But he's so strong in this position, he doesn't give much away.
Doesn't at all. He does, Alu, though, just by having a presence there, pull dupreeh back, which is their intention because they want less people on the A site. Alu will go back in the underpass to try and join his teammates, but his teammates, well, they're gone. Alu's friend's gone. He as well. 7-5 for Astralis. They continue to get momentum and roll forward the rounds. I think that's now... Ooh, I've actually minimized our game, Henry. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I forgive you for now. Just don't do it again. Round number 13 coming in.
Might just do it right now on purpose to troll you.
To be fair, FaZe have been focusing on these fakes and these set pieces and their ideas of trying to split the A bomb site, their set smokes and stuff. It hasn't really been working out for them. They did get the 3-0 and pistol. Let's remember that as well. And so the gun rounds hasn't been too pretty. But here we go, round number 13. Chance of redemption. But no Alu AWP, which is vital for them as a whole. Get back into a default here. 2 players in the underpass, and no real aggression from the CT. They don't have to. They've lost that round and went aggressive towards middle. Defaults are working for them, finding the initial frags, and it's normally towards connector where FaZe are going, so just keep focusing on that area. We've got Kiabi in CT spawn. Glaive, he's a bit more passive this time, not playing right in front of the A ramp. And Zipex, he's actually towards the A side as well. It'll be Device towards B. He's mixing things up. This is what his top offers do. Keep them guessing every single round as to where he's going to be. They're expecting to have a passive Zipex there, and they might be able to walk in. No, actually Device will be there trying to get picked at the start of the round. So it's a nice adjustment. I like this a lot.
Smoked off dupreeh, still waiting to see if there will be a boost. Rain will get
knows.
inside of it. I think he does. Rain will back off as well. This time it's Device. Oh, dupreeh goes down though. Rain actually makes that work inside of the window. So 16 HP, but he can push in through the vents. This pulls the CTs back. They have to consider both approaches. It creates space on A. Meanwhile, the bomb goes on to B, and Device able to hit the shot. Does nail that one onto Kerrigan, but now Rain's cutting off rotations, and Device has to step up to find Alu. Can't do it.
That's the kill from Alu to take down Device. He can be a real nuisance in those positions. Get one frag, but they overwhelm him, and Alu takes a bit of a risk running around the corner, but Device can't land the shot. 4-on-2 now. The CTs probably have to save at this point. It's a decent play by Rain. Slowing things right down. You can see they were getting ready to go towards B. That's where Device was as well, like you said, solo player. And Rain, he gets a decent boost in towards the window room. Finds dupreeh. He's been a real thorn in their side throughout this first half. He goes down, and then he's got great position. He can stop the rotations from CT spawn, right? So they know the B side to be relatively open, and indeed they're correct. Device there by himself. And Alu finds him and manages to scavenge his AWP as well. So that's a great round for FaZe, and quite a clean one as well. 4 players surviving here. Their money's not great. I'm not sure they should really go hunting here. It's going to be Zipex punishing the first player, and Nico will find him in return. Nico's been relatively quiet, I have to say. I haven't seen much from him. 5 kills so far after 13 rounds. And one of those was just then on the exit frag, so hasn't had an amazing amount of impact so far, but Kiabi, he purchases the AWP. This is the double AWP setup. So dupreeh, not known as an AWP traditionally, but he's trying to bring that in. I think in the current CSGO meta, I've been tweeting about it recently. This is going to be a very important part of CSGO in terms of the CT side. A lot of top teams are doing this right now, and you need to at least have the option for it. They had it with Carrigan before, and now they need to find someone who can pick up that secondary AWP role.
Pushing toward the apartment with dupreeh and Zipex both playing passive this time.
Yeah.
Double op for dupreeh to be in B with as well.
The execute coming in, dupreeh to hold them off.
So Arch smoke set. I didn't see the other lineups.
Yeah, I think they're both of the Arch smokes have been going in. Oh, that looks like a failed smoke. Like, Nico's laughing about it. He completely whiffed it. Oh dear, it's actually landed in front of him.
That's unfortunate.
That's not great. So that might cancel their plans. He saw him just laughing about it. He's like, yeah, this isn't a good game for me so far.
At least he's patient with it. Some people could get a little on edge early.
Sure.
Nico can't afford to do so.
That's a lot of utility gone. There's only 2 smokes, to be fair. They will make their way back towards A. And Carrigan was there originally. He was waiting in towards Palace, and he's actually swapped up with the guys who are in the B apartments. Kiyoshima will be with him. This could be another fake. And they've been focusing a lot on these, but you have to find the frags. It was karrigan and Rain that tried it towards the A side before, and this is a nice little boost. I like this.
Yeah, if we could see him B right now, they've got a boost set. Get to Dupree. His position was on top of the wall, on top of his teammate, could see the window, but they give it up as they go. Still have the information, but the flash out. Dupree's got to back off. Xyp9x stays to the corner. We saw Kiyoshima trying to pre-spray that bomb on A, though, so they'll fake it despite losing their execution early. Now Nico's got a kill. Rain getting Kjaerbye, it works. Failed smoke, they think they're off of it, then they go with force toward B. Two players actually enter the site, and therefore they actually commit Astralis to weakening up the A site. Not only that, Kiyoshima stayed alive for the lurk. He'll take down device. It's Xyp9x left versus 4. Has a kit, no further nades, no further HP either. Good shot from Kiyoshima.
Yeah, he had to be a little bit careful there, but a nice flank and a good overall strategy from FaZe. I think we're going to the last round here. What's the money looking like?
Both teams will be able to buy. Ooh,
No, I don't
UMP
think
for
Astralis
Dupree.
and a 5-7 for Glaive. It's not great. So FaZe actually still just half away with these last 3 rounds. And let's talk about that strategy once again, focusing on a lot of fakes here on Mirage. It was karrigan and Kiyoshima making their way towards B. They get 1 kill, and at that point, Nico and Co strike at A. They do a very good job. The opening kills coming in from Nico after there's some fumbled smokes towards the B side of the map. And karrigan now, he's got the AWP watching for the cross. That's an easy shot to be fair. I thought he'd hit that all day long. And Rain, he'll make up for it towards middle, take down device.
He's getting ready for Dupree. He knows he's been pushing onto short to try and make up for those positions. The spray from the UMP. Rain hides in the corner. Has to, but they get karrigan back. So finding damage. At the very least, watch out inside of the smoke, though. Alu is there. Dupree not expecting his presence, but it does call for Xyp9x. Fast-paced back and forth. 2 HP left for Rain. Bomb planted on A in default. Rain will eventually go down as Kjaerbye was sent out to find him. Better position from Nico. Cuts off rotation. It's down to just Kjaerbye. No kit. Jumps to window. Just makes it.
No kit. Yeah, problem.
And he's making a lot of noise because he has to. They hold it off. FaZe is going to take the first half. 8-7 T side. Their map choice, they brought it in this time instead of where they went in the last cache because it was banned out based on the way the veto went.
Yeah, I'm impressed with FaZe after that half, actually winning the pistol, getting the 3-0. They did get ecoed once. That's been a problem for them throughout the tournament, but they've recovered and actually won it as well. Some nice fakes. Rain looking especially sharp, but Dupree in equal measure. We're going to take a quick break before the next half begins. We're not going anywhere. We'll be back with the CT for FaZe.
It's a rematch of Katowice with a different map pool, best of 3, not 5, and Mirage, not played in Kato, is where we start. FaZe might be somewhat happy about that because they start with an 8-7 half coming off the T side.
Yeah, It was actually not the crispest of half of them. You have to remember they actually had lots of oversides there, especially towards that short area. That's where they're losing the majority of the rounds, not covering that position at all. Rain, although he had an amazing half, he was getting shut down consistently towards that connector position. But they still have the half lead here as we go into the second one. It's 8-7 in favor of FaZe. Obviously in grand finals, and against these sort of teams, the pistol's going to mean so much. A little wave there from karrigan. Nice friendly guy, isn't he?
Little teddy bear.
He is a big teddy bear, like you. You're just evil as well.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like the teddy bear that has like the cameras in the eyes, spying on everyone, shoots the laser at you.
Well, this is more par for the course here for the Astralis T-side. We didn't see this from FaZe. 2 smokes, they'll go in towards the steps and jungle position. Flash over, move focus towards City Spawn. You can push through them as well. Rain looking to find this first frag of the USP.
Could be worse though, you're pedo bear, so it's fine. This device looks towards CT, tries to get the opener with the Glock, can't quite land it, but bomb is planted. That's the primary objective, at least to start things off. It's one of the tough tasks of the T side. Look at them push through towards CT as well. Super Kyo starting it off. Kiyoshima, great shot. Better from karrigan, finds KRB, and they'll take down device. The push doesn't work, the 3-man rotation certainly does. Another pistol for FaZe?
Wow.
Oh my goodness, another 5-man pistol for FaZe.
Yeah, that was wild. FaZe hitting all the shots out of the USPs. So like we said, Astralis were a very standard pistol around there, smokes down towards jungle and steps, focusing on CT spawn. That's actually to their detriment. The fact they go in and find 3 CTs here as well, FaZe had that locked down and hit absolutely everything.
FaZe, despite struggling in the early stages of the groups, won 6 pistols yesterday in their series to win it.
Yeah.
And if I'm not mistaken, one of the only 2 series, both of them yesterday, that's ever happened in 3 maps. If I'm not mistaken, that's 13 pistols in a row for them.
I think you might be right. I'm not sure it's 100% accurate, but it's a crazy amount, and you can see why. They just had 2 clean sweeps here on Mirage against the world's best team. That's a kind of insane stat in itself.
That'd be a record. I think it has to. I'm not saying that factually.
Don't put yourself out of that map.
That's my superstition would be that is absolutely true. Supposition. That's the word I was looking for.
Well, there you go. It's going to be the bomb planted at least for Astralis. So of course they'll be on the 3rd round force buy with the AK. So just some PT50s here. If they get the plant down, that'd be so idyllic for them, but it's very unlikely. We did see FaZe manage to do it with a rush towards Palace and getting out, and Astralis didn't really have a position to lock them down, but without the flashbang, really, that's almost impossible. See what they can do. If they can get an overwhelming play towards Rain, but doesn't allow it to be happening, gets the first frag quite convincingly there to find Glaive, and he wants a bit more here, farming some cash. Zipix is down to 12 HP as well, but the flashbang from his teammate doesn't seem to affect him as he finds the bomb as well.
Just gets enough vision back. Only took 1 bullet. Oh, watch the reload, though. Device. He's scared to go further than that because he knows he's being watched from CT as well, but that's going to be bombed down, as you mentioned already, and confirmed as Rain goes around the corner to spot it. Nico headshot on Dupree.
Yeah, well, Rain finding $1,800 this round. Very efficient work from him. Still on 98 HP as well. 1 player remains, KRB. He's towards the window position. Surely be dealt with here. Kyo, not the best of kills, but he manages to finish off at the end. Takes a few shots in the PT50. And there it is, 2-0 though. But this is the round that really counts. Astralis didn't get a plant down in the second round, but they got it in the pistol, which means AKs on the 3rd, certainly possible. Up against FaZe buy of 3 M4s and 2 UMPs. It's quite rare to see the FAMAs these days, to be fair. UMP is completely overwhelmed the meta right now, but we'll see whether they bring anything aggressive, whether we want to shut down that first kill from the AK. As we get into it, round number 18. A chance for Astralis to fight back here.
Flash will go in through connector so they can try and peek out. Glaive's already there. There's the flash. Well-timed flash. Both players peek from the window. Very cool from FaZe. KRB trying to do what he can to make up for it. As a warming and welcoming party inside of mid. They'll get him down. However, Dupree gets all the way in through the A side as a result of this. Bomb gets planted. Safe side default. Smoke off toward connector, but Dupree, knowing that he has to do something to get the rotations down early, goes aggressive. Zipix again in a 1 versus 3, starts off as 4, but he gets Kiyoshima. With that smoke still in position, he's going to get off toward Tetris. I think Alu may have just spotted him, but he gets the jump. Both players going to cross. Look for the headshot, look for the lineup. Can't quite do it. karrigan, best sim. And just to be sure that Molotov's not going to reach him, he holds off, but they get the defuse.
Zipix of 4 kills there, Matt. He's so scary in those situations. They line up for him as well. You thought it was happening again. He always seems to find something there when he's up against it with the bomb down. You can see Robban wiping his brow as he could feel it falling apart at that stage. And it was FaZe who were going very aggressive to start the round. They know no orbs could be available at the start there, especially in that forced round from Astralis. So they're happy to face 2 players towards window as well. And FaZe, so much aim potential in this team. They hit all the shots there. There's crouching towards the window position, hitting those initial kills. And 11-7 here. FaZe making a very convincing case to take map from the 1. And another eco for Astralis, Deagles, and a P250. Alu now has the AWP, spots one. Doesn't want to overcommit, but body's still showing. Takes a bit of damage, down to 59 HP. But not really much they can do here. Kiyoshima trying to rectify things, but it's Device who strikes first. Takes down Rain.
Careful not to get caught throwing the Molotov as he steps wide, but the pistol's not able to do much. Zipix backs off through the flames to get away.
Look at this, man. Look at the minimap. The bomb's in Palace, and his teammates going towards B. They might try and set a complete fake towards the B side of the map, find some kills, and Glaive will sneak in with that bomb and try and get it on the A side. Maybe.
One more kill in that actually could work as well, because Alu's there to babysit it. If the rifles already start to accumulate, he won't overreact.
He's falling back. It looks like they're adjusting here. With the man advantage, that makes sense. They don't need to go for a more desperate play now.
Well, Device has Deagle to start off in through A main. Glaive goes the other way.
Yeah,
the bomb's
okay.
going to go back. Are they going to try and reverse it?
Maybe. It looks like he can't really make his mind up here. He's going back towards A. I think he was considering both of those options, but looks like, oh, this could be a big kill.
Yeah, they have no idea he's there. Oh, they do now, though. Nico sees the gun. It was too high. Just barely too high, but he strikes on it. Kierby back in through the window. Gun down at the window position, but it's going to be watched by Kiyoshima. And Alu still has his AWP. Missed time, though. He looks toward Palace. Glaive's already made it in. M4 goes for the bomb plant. Bait out the shots.
Didn't fancy the plant.
He didn't at all, and I'm not sure why. Perhaps that's why, because Kerrigan gets in through connector. They'll get Kierby back. Plant may have been a better option, but they were worried that the AWP would spot them. And bomb will go down as Device finds himself in a 1 versus 2. Tapped to 28, now 12, and Keo should be able to spray it, but they get the bomb plant. That's the important aspect in this pistol round at this point. He's got an AWP. Uh-oh, misses the jump, gets back up, though. Smoke off immediately in front. Is this low enough? Yeah, it is. He's going to get on ticket. He's going to miss the... Oh, he nails it. He actually got back in time. He could go aggressive against Kiyoshima. Knows he's got to go wide side of the smoke. Sees the bullet. Here's the footsteps. Can't overcommit, though, and give himself up in this smoke. What a play from Device. That is sick.
That's why he's one of the world's absolute best. He finds an AWP, and he opened up the round with a Desert Eagle as well. He had nothing really to work with there, but he finds the smoke, and he absolutely destroys FaZe. It looked like an impossible situation, but as soon as he gets towards CD spawn and finds that weapon, he makes it happen. And FaZe, they'll be gutted with that. How many full ecos they get to lose against in this tournament? Exact same thing happened in the first half as well. Go up to that 3-0, up against absolutely nothing, and give the round away. To be fair, Device, that's an amazing play from him. Do not take anything away from that, but we go into round number 20. FaZe now, the money has been eradicated. It's going to be 4 pistols, but Carrigan feeling confident with the AWP. He purchases that, doesn't give it to Alu. He fancies himself. And like we said in the first half, this used to be his old stomping ground. Very good. He actually took over main AWP duties on this map for CT4 Astralis occasionally. It depended on what time of the month it was, but you know, depending on the form Device was in, they did mix it up on this map.
That smoke serves 2 purposes. One is he could try and shoot above it, which he did. But he was obviously way above it. I think he was trying to sell the fact that he was toward A main or somewhere along those lines to get the bomb covered off, CT covered off. I'm not sure if Kerrigan could see where the smoke came from, though. That's the only thing I couldn't catch in that. But either way, what a round.
Yeah, well, the fact he pushes onto the side as well, CT could do nothing about it. So well read, brilliant stuff. And a Carrigan now, he has to make a frag happen. He's got that AWP fully invested into this round. He's towards the underpass right now, but this is interesting from Astralis. 4 players towards the apartments. And it's going to be FaZe, who are very scary with the pistols as well. Kiyoshima waiting for them, gets the first kill.
Time to reset, low on HP. Zipix goes through the flames to get the kill back, but it leaves him on 11. And as you mentioned, pistols are already effective for FaZe. 11 HP, he'll get taken down quickly. Glaive, though, catches Kerrigan, who misses the shot on the off, therefore it's down. It is just the pistols remaining. Device having an absolutely incredible day.
Yeah, today has been wild for him, so good.
Semi-final, obviously, included in that if you're just joining. Played this morning, beat Na'Vi.
Have you seen that screenshot of his previous tournaments over the last year and how everything's a positive rating in terms of HLTV? It's absolutely nuts how consistent he is. Hasn't had a red rating in over a year.
Yeah, you can't deny him that. You can't deny that he is world class, especially when he switched to the op full time and the amount of work studying heat maps.
That's when that team didn't really make sense. That's when they were in that slump. They couldn't work out whether they wanted to keep the orb mixed up every single time and try and force on the Carrigan. And I think this is the role he needs to be on. He's one of the world's absolute bets. So good and intelligent with the AWPs, the full package in that respect. And Astralis, quite a comfortable round for them. Alu does pick up the full AWP from Carrigan, so that's good news at least as we get into the next round. There was a force buy from FaZe, though, so a chance for Astralis to close the gap. It's 11-9. I don't think FaZe can justify the force in here. They need to start racking up this loss bonus and have full gun rounds. So they have Carrigan on the CZ. Alu, the aforementioned AWP. They're not happy about being on camera, are they?
Not at all. Smoke
Nice
down,
moves.
Alu beats it. That's very good. That's a sick jump. That is so impressive. Alu flashed off though. Are they expecting him? Quick to the corner as a result, but has to back away. The op alone for Alu. Armor for Rain. Alu getting in position. They know it's there. They know it's up, but they don't know it's directly inside of the site. Kerrigan follows it. What a shot, Alu, as he turns to his right. And it's all FaZe. And they've got a second gun picked up. Kerrigan had the AWP. Rain gets one on Glaive. But it's a 1 versus 4 for Device. Knows Alu's on the site. He's going to push him out with the Molotov. Looks away at the wrong time. Alu missing the shot, however. Bails Device out in that sense. A little bit of luck. Bomb, however, still down, and they continue to push. Lots of noise. 3 of them there. Device could do nothing. Great round.
Yeah, they went in that round with 1 AWP. They still won away. We're all going to be very happy about that. They've had a nightmare against these pistols and finding some luck with it themselves. Alu with a lovely shot there on their side itself. Astralis focusing heavy towards B. Didn't really go into the full default at that point. Actually found a bit of a stack there. They probably wanted to ascertain where the AWP was before they really committed to that point. They knew that was saved. And a bit of a blunder. This was lovely from Alu. He doesn't get that first kill, but that second no-scope to completely rectally free there with the headshot as well. Amazing. And here we go. Double AWP set up for FaZe. 12-9 in their favor. Full buy coming in after the eco in the previous. Still a buy available for Astralis, of course, but this will be their last if they lose this round. It's a decent buy with the AWP device. And Kiyoshima trying to find some wiggle room here towards short, but smoked out for now. That's a smoke FaZe were missing, to be fair, in the first half.
Device in toward connector with smoke in front. He's going to take the op. Get very close. Nico's there. Sees him, but Device beats him. That's incredible.
The audacity to go and connect over the AWP and still hit the shot as well for a smoke. That's kind of sick. He opens up the fragging there. 5 on 4 now for Astralis. They can't really fully commit towards A, and Alu finds a frag there. They see the bombs in T spawns. They can't really do much about this, and he almost finds a second as well, but narrowly misses out on it.
Spam through the box is not surprising. He's on 34. Nico, by the way, going down early again, sits at the bottom of the server right now. Not common, not something we would expect, especially not on Mirage.
It's one of his calling cards, Katowice, this map. He was incredible on it.
Always has been, even early days with Mouse Sports, his first tenure with Mouse Sports. Dupree will clear A main, and Alu goes back towards CT just in time, but can't get the shot. That gives information to Rain, though. Dupree bests him. Alu now with even less HP on 8, has to watch that Molotov. Might spread, he's going to throw one back, and he'll burn alive as he steps backwards. It does reach. Kerrigan does well to find the post plant retreat. However, it is set now with Astralis on a man advantage, and you're right, the CT's very separated. Karabi's going to push to window as well. He could flank out onto Kerrigan, who has the AWP. Information there for Kiyoshima. He now knows he's definitely in that position. The only one they don't have figured out yet is Kiyoshima. Now they certainly do as Kerrigan starts to retreat. Thankfully for him, Karabi not quite in the window to catch him, but he's going to get there now. Shoulder pates out the shot. Kerrigan's wise to it.
Yeah, he should be saving the AWP. We have got Zipex coming from T-spawn as well, hot on his heels.
Ooh, Dupree might go down here. Well, goes down to Kerrigan's gun because he couldn't run back through and get to window or he would have died to bomb, so he had to try and rush past the AWP. So they lose that weapon.
Wow, it's Device. It's quite rare to see an AWP on the T side crawling towards connector. There's always going to be a CT waiting for them. And in fact, he hit that shot as well for a tiny gap in the smoke. Very impressive. What a scalp to take as well. Nico, the first player, as we said, having quite a quiet game this one. Here's the replay. And Kerrigan, to be fair, the retake was certainly possible there, but he had to retreat. He saves the AWP, which is good news. And you can see Zipex, we didn't catch on the stream, but he didn't find him in the end. So he saves the AWP, and you have another buy available here. Alu, this is aggressive play. Will fall back behind that smoke and Glaive down to the UMP once again.
Flash high, re-peek out for Kierby. No one waiting for it. Smoke will go in toward jungle from behind the boxes. And Kerrigan flashed off, might get there in time, gets his vision back, and Kierby, who wants to then try and take over connector on his own after smoking it, goes down. Good start from FaZe.
Yeah, that was always his favorite position on this map. Kerrigan towards short, finds the first pick as well as Kiabi to go down. Nico was guaranteed to kill at this point. Nice little smoke there to see above it. And it's going to be a 5-on-3. The CTs have no work to do at this point. No one has to commit, have the crossfires, make them commit to the bomb sites, make them even come for a plant before you're facing them. The job is done. Your money is tight. You can see Kiyoshima down to a deagle at this point. You need to keep 5 players alive going forward here. This is a big round for them to pick up. What's the play from Astralis? They've got 1 smoke to work with and a couple of Molotovs. They will go back towards A. The good news is Device is alive, and he'll have to try and find a pick here. But like I said, you don't need to give anything away. You can see on the minimap right now, One player in jungle just watching the window, not facing. One player in shadow, not facing. We have one in CT spawn, that's Alu. He can get away with one shot and just give them information so they don't have nothing to work with, right? So 35 seconds, and Alu, if he hits his shot, it's round over.
Well, it doesn't, though. Big round for both teams. Either on the edge of being broken. Device, great shot back. Rain manages one, traded by Xyp9x. It's only a man advantage now for FaZe, and they're still in transition from B to A. Device not showing. He's going to drop to Sandwich. Gives kioShiMa a chance to walk in. NiKo goes down. He goes to the op. Is he going to clutch twice with an op? Bomb still ticking. kioShiMa should bait out a shot, and then it's NiKo's chance to peek low. Shoulder bait. Great shot, Device, though. Nails the headshot. NiKo goes back the same way. He's trying to go to the AK, but they're already on it. karrigan, he doesn't know it. He doesn't realize it. It's done, and he's got to get away with the AWP. 28 HP. They'll try and get closer. They make it as well, but Device hits it. So at least they keep the op, and that's important. They're broke.
Hits absolutely everything, but the bomb going down as well, Matt, I would suggest they force into this. Yeah, they will do. They're going to do what they can. It's 13-10. They want to try and break FaZe, who are losing a lot of players. They keep finding consistent frags here. The last round was a 1v1 as well. So FaZe win the round, but Device certainly makes it interesting. 13-10, round number 24. Device on the AWP and 3 pistols to join him. Kiabi, he'll have the AK-47. This makes a lot of sense. Full A execution coming in here. It means the Tech-9s can run through the smokes at that run and gun potential. We always talk about, obviously, a very powerful weapon. And they'll be setting up the smokes right now. The bomb's there as well. One player in Palace, that's Xyp9x. And Dupree's rotating over as well. So a full 5-man commitment to this set piece. Objective, get the bomb down, then Tech-9 to overwhelm.
So full set execution, standard nades. Connector, jungle, and CT. But Rain sandwiches forward of it. He's going to get Molotov'd off. He's going to go down here inevitably. Certainly does. That brings us back level. In fact, better than that. Glaive, despite being low, he and kiabi manages to get a kill onto NiKo again. And Alu smoked off, has to back away. They haven't got the bomb down during the time of which the smokes were in place, so they'll retreat for now.
Yeah, and leaving Device on the A site. Ooh, interesting. They've actually pulled all the rotations over as well. If they do this quickly, this is very interesting indeed.
It's not going to be quick enough, though. It's inevitable at that point at apartments. Someone surely has to go back, but it's only going to be karrigan. So it's just one player to shut them down. He has the possibility of getting kiabi and Glaive. They're both low. Wouldn't take much. Oh, but misses his opportunity and goes around instead with the jump shot over. kiabi quickly down. Glaive has to get off the plant as a result, trying to stay alive to allow Xyp9x in position. Device gets kioShiMa off site. That'll favor them slightly inside of B, but karrigan has to back away. Bomb goes in, and it's Xyp9x with a great wide peek on the Tech-9. Sees the window as well, hits the headshot twice. And Astralis pull back on the point where they could have gone down. 14 for FaZe and completely out of money.
Wow, it's going to be Glaive spinning some gold there. That's an amazing call from him. The fact they've left Device, who's the player on the AWP as well, he finds one frag. It was actually with the M4, to be fair, but he actually gets one kill as his teammates all the way fall back towards the B side. karrigan's waiting for it and finds one kill, but not really much they could do. Device being such a nuisance to the other side of the map. Big round for them to pick up. It was a forced buy, and look what they've done to the money. It was a bit of a gamble forcing into that round. They saved the AWP, they fancied it, and this could well tie things up. Might be a double eco at this point for FaZe. They're going to be having 5-7s and Deagles here. A couple of sets of body armor as well. Molotov towards the window. There is a player waiting there. And that's going to be Alu, not facing just yet. The flames don't quite reach him. NiKo, deadly with his Deagle. Can't hit the shots, though. A difficult one, to be fair. But let's see whether he can recover here. At this point, you just want the full default. Both of these teams now lost to these pistol situations. He's been taken down to 71 HP.
Device will be in position toward top middle. Double pistol. They're going to go for the flash again through connector. Doesn't look like it. Well, can't. Hold on. Don't have any, Matt. Bronze before brains, Henry. That's my theory in life. NiKo, though, it's backing off, trying to get the shot with the Deagle before the smoke goes in. Can't get it as they go to connector. And he actually sustains quite a bit of damage. Goes down to 65. Rain's in a good position, though. Great position. Good tag on Xyp9x. He's on 40. Rain might chase him down. A good pre-fire from Xyp9x when he does so. Great shot up close from Device as well. Very quick reactions. kioShiMa, we saw it for a moment, was waiting at CT to try and swing out and catch them off. Couldn't do so. 12 rounds for Astralis. They're one off of the mark. And the money is still, gone.
This is rough now for FaZe. They did have quite a considerable lead, but that's going to be taken down after this round. Number 26, we're going the full distance here. Double orb set up on the T side for Astralis here. Dupree and Device. And to be fair, Device is having one hell of a game. 23 frags and 13 deaths. Glaive is calling up perfect T side as well. The fakes that are coming in, and just the awareness he's got has been incredible so far. I'm enjoying it a lot. But FaZe still managing to have the victory at this point. Full eco, of course, we said Money was in a horrible position. They'll have third take loss bonus after this one, so $2,400 on top of around the 2K they have. It'll be okay. Only the best advice.
Glaive's got to be careful here. Smoke down so that they can't get him behind and flank. They were pushing Horseshoe, and he had the bomb. Well, he had to. There was 4 of them. If he goes down with bomb and T-spawn, that could be a huge problem. They will get Device's AWP. KRB backing off, knows that they're inside of the apartments, but they'll ignore it for now because bomb makes it toward the A site.
Little tink there from Kiyoshima. Takes KRB down to 43 HP, but it's still the round heavily in their favor. They do get an AWP for Alu, but that's all he'll be trying to do now. It's going to save that weapon as he holds up in the B side.
Good kill from Dupree to find Nico because he was the only one that could have spoiled plans on A.
Yeah.
So that does it. That'll be it. That'll be 13-13. Alu, tense, try and hold the op. Can't do it. They won't carry that over.
That's huge from Astralis. The fact that it's keep whittling down the economy. Ali wanted to save that for sure. You can certainly... What?
Dupree. Oh, he did get to it. Okay, I thought he didn't get to that second op inside the site.
Yeah, he's got it. Picked up the AWP, and we go into round number 27 here. We haven't had any pauses yet, from what I can recall. But Ali still can buy, but certainly a weaker one. In terms of the grenades, it's going to be 2 incendiaries and smokes. And we go into another round here for the CTs. No real aggression. They haven't presented much of an adjustment as of yet. Alu will be toward that connect position, playing in front of the smoke. Device will be challenging, but falling back for now.
I think Dupree actually may have left that up there, and that's carried over the single. They didn't want to go for the double. And right at the end of the round, it looked like he missed it, but either way, underpass. Dupree going. Alu's ready, though. He likes this position, loves that angle, but Dupree, incredibly good accuracy. A single bullet, and the op gone.
Good night, Alu. It's Nico, though, to step up, and he knows he has to do something here. It's a weak buy overall for the CTs. Finds the AWP, very proficient with that weapon himself. He'll be falling back. That's an early kill. That's such a gift for a T-side of Mirage. Like we said, if we know it baits out reaction for the CTs. I'm having a look right now. Carrigan's left B open. This is a bit of a gamble now. And that looks like where the Starladder will be heading. So he's gone towards the kitchen. He's only got the M4, no nades whatsoever. He's playing towards that window position, but what can he really do from there? Very difficult to make frags as the M4 towards the window. You might do a little bit of damage, but most teams will jump across that window, smoke you out almost instantly, and you can see another great call coming in from Astralis here. Smokes towards the A site, bomb ready to go towards B. They could even sacrifice these players with the man advantage as well. I'll just be sending Zipex in, as usual, try and find one frag as they get ready in B, and no one there whatsoever. This is working so nicely. What a call from Glaive.
Zip backs off after a few shots. They realize it and head toward the B site. One man could spoil it all, though. Nico gets up with the AWP. He recovered. And he's got a chance for another. Device smartly burrows his way into the corner and says, that's enough. However, Nico knows he's there. Great shot. Rain as well could catch Zipex. He knew he was trying to fake inside of A. Does.
Wow.
It's just 2 left to find. Dupree and KRB in behind the van. Nades will land. KRB's got to do it all himself. Takes down Nico on the up. Gets another. Looks wide. Sprays in. Kiyoshima goes to 20, but holds it. And FaZe just barely going to pick up a round.
You're getting a masterclass in CS right now. It doesn't get much better than this. After Astralis calling the perfect round, Nico's been quiet for so long. AWP in the connector. It's 5-on-4. He finds the kill. The rotating player in as well. And I have no idea how he hit that shot on Device as well. Device, to be fair, he got himself in a really awkward position, and he thought he'd had enough. The flashbang looked good. It was a nice jump over. And that second shot, though, that was nuts from Nico. How's he hit that? Just about get to the pixel, and then Rain as well. Like we said, it was a full fake from Zipex towards the A site. They called that. Rain's waiting for him to come back. He had to come back at some point, right? The bomb's down towards B. He gets it, and somehow, out of nowhere, FaZe win that round. It was a perfect call from Astralis, but doesn't pay off for them. Nico, this is what we wanted to see. A bit of aggression now. 2 players pushing up. Rain and Nico. Quite a deadly duo. Can they get anything done here?
Not quite. Device ready. Oh, perfect nade. 32 left for Device. Max damage as it lands, not only hitting him, but on his feet. Back over toward A to set for the standard smokes. Yeah, we land top brick, Glaive to land connector. Actually, Glaive to land CT, excuse me. I think that one just, okay, it did make it. Looked like it bounced shit light that time, even though the lineup looked correct. It's Device to start it, though. Rain gets one back, but he goes to 19, and his trick of playing reverse firebox is up. So Zipix easily able to grab him on entry. Slight gap, watch the gap as well, because Kyo's there to deny the plant. Good response from Kierby. Swift as well to try and get the bomb back. Kerrigan wants to try and deny it through the boxes, and he's so far removed over on B. As Astralis going to tie this once more at 14-14. He saves the op. That's his choice.
This game is so back and forth. Two heavyweight titans really going at it here. We'll tie things up at 14-14. Problem is for FaZe as well, they've only won one previous round before that. So Kerrigan will save the AWP, but money will only be coming in at $1,400. So he has to save his AWP, and they might have to take an eco and allow Astralis to get to map point here in the first map of the grand final. And one of the grand finals is setting up to be here. Device playing out of his mind. That's what we want to see. 25 frags for him, 15 deaths. Rain as well. He really is coming to life. And Nico, he's one of the names that really has to start coming to fruition for FaZe if they want to have a chance of winning this best of three at least. They have got the lead, and now that's been subsided. 14-14. Kerrigan found. You didn't catch on the stream, but he is dead, I assure you. Glaive finds him at the end, and that's going to call now for the full eco. They have to allow Astralis to go to 15. They can't buy around this. Let's take a pause, discuss our options. But I think that has to be the call here, Matt. It'd be a nightmare to force into this with Deagles and 5-7s and almost give them the win on a plate.
So still waiting. Nico's contribution has stepped up, but still waiting for him to explode into this. If it's not this map, you know he's got to show up for the next. Either way, decent contribution. Again, Zipix near the top. It's really, though, Device versus Rain.
Oh, Matt, they're going for it. They're forcing into this. I hate to be providing the spoilers before we get into it, but I have to tell you, they've got in shotguns, UMPs, pistols. This pretty much decides the game right now. They buy up into this round. If they win it, they take the match point. If they lose it, they only get $900 into the next round. It's a very similar buy, and that's pretty much GG. Let's see what FaZe can do here. This is a scary moment for them.
This is characteristic of FaZe, though, right? If they want to play with that randomness.
I agree with this at all.
I completely understand it, but it's of all the teams that would do it, it would be FaZe. I'd expect to try it. Just go loose as possible. Jump shot, mag 7. Goes for it from range. If he was closer,
Kerrigan
might have had a chance. Dupree knows he's there. He's not sure exactly where he's gone, though. He's gone towards short. Good shot, Device to bail out his teammate. Kerrigan not able to do any further damage.
That's it, round over. They have to save those pistols now. Save the armor, save the upgraded pistols. That round's done.
And the kit as well, for whatever that's worth in the next round.
$400. They're not going to have much more than that. They only get $1,900 on top of this. So, okay, that's rough. And that's why I'm saying the force buy didn't really make sense to me. It's such a gamble. If Astralis play it correctly, flush you out, trade effectively, they're going to take this round hands down. They get towards short, and Kerrigan desperately trying to make something happen there with the shotgun. The long-range shots, to be fair, at that point, once he gives his position away, they're going to strike. They're going to take him down all day long, push it short. They know there's nothing there. And there it is. It's going to be map point of this grand final, the first map for Astralis. And it was FaZe with quite a considerable lead at one point as well, but Astralis T-side has been impeccable.
And a UMP only to go along with that shotgun. It's not even like they had a rifle brought into it. It's a pretty light force. Device picks up the shotgun. Down goes Keo. More armor, more pistols gone. They get him back, but he won't care. He's got map point. Astralis sit to take map 1. Again, robbing FaZe late. Same as what they did on Nuke in the final of Katowice.
And they lost both pistols here, Matt, as well.
Yep, that's
3-0 either side. And they're coming back and winning it. That just shows you how resilient these guys are. FaZe have been good, but you have to remember that they did get the 3-0s either side. It takes hard work, and their pistols were flawless, getting clean sweeps, but it is a huge factor in CSGO. If you win both pistols on a particular map, you should be statistically winning this one, especially this sort of matchup. These guys are going toe-to-toe right now.
And think about that for a minute, too, for Astralis, because they used to struggle to close games out. Now they're pulling them back in these situations.
Yeah, right.
Good shot.
Has to be another pause there, right? We'll see what they can do. They save a couple of pistols. Not the pause, in fact. So you've gone for shotgun once again on Kerrigan.
Have to at this point.
Yeah. And this
almost
is
an identical buy.
So let's talk about it. If they had Avika in the previous round, it wouldn't have been the best buy into this one, but at least they'd have had rifles and UMPs. They'd had something to work with here. Now it's another rough buy. 2 UMPs, 2 pistols, and the shotgun on Kerrigan. Do they have what it takes? Well, Astralis give this round away. They shouldn't do. On paper, this should be theirs. It's gone the full distance here as we expected to. The Device This has to be the full default. Don't give too much away, but Kirishima so good at the deagle, doing some damage here. They're trying to take him down. He takes Kiabi down to 58 HP, but he can't find the frag just yet.
Glaive forced away. All inside of the site. From the deagle side of Kiyoshima. Nico will do what he can to try to get back inside of Connector and get some establishment or information at the very least of mid. Glaive and Device will wait and patiently wait as well. It's not them that needs to force out the round. So Bomb's still in middle with Glaive. As Kirby starts to advance, he shouldn't get too much trouble for doing so. Nico as well has gone back toward the east stairs and side of the site. Smoke, Molotov down, flash over for a chance to peek. Double flash, wants to try and fully blind them up. But on the edge of the flames, Kierby able to best him on the AK. Alu, next chance in line, downed as well. This could be it. Rain will fight forward, grab an AK-47. He still has Kerrigan on rotation, but he's well off. Just coming through Checker now with the shotgun, and Rain is going to be Molotov'd off. Evaporated by flames as he has to try and work in late. Down goes Kerrigan. It's all Rain. They know exactly where he is. Nades, Molotovs forcing him in, and Astralis will take map one of the grand final. A close one, a great one, 16-14.
That really does stem from that clutch from Device, I have to say, right? The fact he gets that massive round when they had one AWP and pistols, he comes back, an amazing clutch and brings him back into it. FaZe, they really need to sort this issue out. Throughout this tournament, they're losing to these full pistol rounds, and Device, he played a hell of a game. He's been great today so far, and he finds the victory once again. As we said, losing both pistols, winning 16-14, they're not chokers anymore, they're winners. And they managed to pick up map number one, and quite a convincing performance. FaZe will be quite gutted at that one, I have to say.
Device looks like he's mic'd up as well, so I'm sure you'll get some content from Astralis at some point in time from this. Incredible game, though. Starting off FaZe, again, just like on Nuke, Mirage comes in instead of Cash. Just like on Nuke, though, they come so close and so shy.
Yeah.
Like on Katowice, and now it's Astralis that could easily take this in too. It's a great series, though. I want more from Nico. I got to see more from Nico early.
Yeah, that's the problem. He was quite absent there. He had a couple of big rounds. He got FaZe back into it. You remember when he came towards underpass, the AWP. That got them back on the board. That was enough in terms of coming back into it, but it wasn't enough to win the map. His performance wasn't that great, in my opinion. But hopefully he can bounce back on Nuke, and maybe we'll get that illustrious Inferno. I really hope it gets to it.
I do as well. I certainly do, especially if we're going to have this level of Counter-Strike the entire time. Guys, Desk, did you expect that sort of comeback, that sort of mentality?